Going to be a mobility scooter, and do you see that it is automatically opening up on its own? That is one of the coolest features I have ever seen when it comes to this, because no longer do you need to have to deal with unlocking or locking and pulling it up. You hit a button and this will open up all by itself. Whether you're taking this to the grocery store, to the airport, an amusement park, maybe you're going to a concert again, it truly is going to be your way to be able to get around more easily and efficiently, even inside of your own home. It's going to be able to make those tight turns and allow for you to be able to live your independent life with a little bit of help from the EV Rider. Now, we've got 3 different color choices that are available and a price today that is saving you $808. Take advantage of the huge savings. Normally this would be $3,008. Today it's $2,199.98. You can put this on a 5 easy payment plan of $440, and it is also available for 18-month special financing, which evenly would be $122. This color here is going to be the red. That is like a race car red. I love that color. We have it in blue. In the red, we just have 5 dozen, just an FYI. In the sapphire blue, we have 90, and there's one more color. Oh, here it is on QVC.com, and there's just 55 of them that remain, by the way. It is going to be our most limited option. Emily Scott is riding on into the studio. Nice to see you, Emily.
My friend.
Let me just back up. Look at how easy it is to be able to do that. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here with us. We are just saying the same thing at this point right now. We are totally just, you owe me a soda.
Great minds.
Great minds for sure. Also, great minds that were able to put this together. I need to see, because I haven't seen this in person. I mean, I want to dive into who EV Rider is. I want to dive into why it is that we do this, but oh my gosh, I need to fold this up automatically. Is it truly just the button?
It's truly just the button. When you are done driving it, you get a key fob. We have just hit the red button. The red means stop, means you're done. This is what this scooter, the only scooter that EV Rider has at QVC that does this for you. It completely folds itself up. It completely locks itself into place. And when it's time to get going, this makes it, I think, our most portable, packable, get on your way, get out and go scooter that we have.
I can't believe that I didn't need to, well, I guess I did have to lift a finger. I had to lift my thumb up to put it on the red button, but that was it. So being able to fold and unfold this is just as simple as hitting that remote control and then letting the scooter do the rest of the work for you.
So green button to go.
Okay, so the green button is to go.
Yeah. There we go.
Off it is.
There we go.
And now it's opening back up. This means you can take it out of your trunk, you can unfold it. Maybe you are going to a dinner and you want to then move from this into the seat that's at the restaurant, and to fold it up, you can just hit the key and then they can go ahead and bring it back. I love that auto unfold and that auto fold feature that is in this. But more than anything, I love that this allows for us to be able to move around independently. You have the throttle that you're going to use. You can make those tight turns on this, and whether you're using this in a amusement park with your grandkids or you're using it around your own home, it's never been easier to be able to get around on an EV Rider. EV Rider's been here at QVC for just a couple of years.
Maybe, I think it's like 13 or 15 years or so.
Well over a decade.
Oh yeah.
What's made it so popular?
You know what's made it so popular is this is the scooter that was designed to be powerful, to be reliable, to be able to pack up, to be portable, to get out and go on your way. It is so important that when you invest in a scooter, you get the right scooter. And I will share the story. My father who bought a scooter about 2 years ago, who bought the wrong scooter. It's big, it's clunky, it's heavy. He can never fold it up.
Oh, wow.
He can never put it in his car. He can never take it on a trip. This is TSA cleared. If you want to go across the globe, EV Rider has already been there. If you want to go to the pharmacy and the grocery store and that get around every day kind of stuff, EV Rider can take you there. But because of the unique engineering of this scooter, it's also the scooter that you can use in your home for that little bit of help, maybe when you have to get up and use the restroom or go to the kitchen and life isn't treating you well.
It certainly makes it easier for you to be able to do that. It's going to give you independence back. If maybe you live in a community where you can jump on this and you can just go right down the road and go to a community dinner, go to a crafting event with some of your girlfriends, it is going to allow for you to independently be able to travel up to, you've got a 9-mile length of distance on a single charge.
Exactly. And this is kind of like a cell phone where it's an electric vehicle. You're going to get it home. It arrives to you fully assembled and partially charged. You drive it. You get up to 9 miles on every single charge, but when you run out of those 9 miles, you charge it again. And then you charge it again.
Just went right in front of the camera there.
It is kind of fun, isn't it?
It's so fun to ride around. Also, watch this, the way that you brake. I'm just going to let go of this for a second. Stopped on its own. There's no like foot pedals or having to grip anything. It's so easy to grab the toggles here and to be able to move this around. And you also have the adjustments on this as well. And so if you want to use this, maybe in such a way that you want to bring the speed up or down, you can do that. And so you have that available here for you. And I love that you've also got a great amount of space here. So let's show you maybe overhead. I think I might be positioned in the right spot for that, what this looks like. And so our control panel that's on top, I'm going to point these out, Emily. Can you just explain everything that's on here? So we'll start off with that speed. This is our speed control.
Speed dial. It's a simple clockwise. And I want you to notice Justin is turning that with just a finger. At EV Rider, because our owner and founder is a biomedical engineer, he understands how the hands age, how you have arthritis and weakness in your hand as you age. Look at how easy that is. And that'll go all the way up to 4 miles an hour.
Wow, that's a lot of speed. Right here, power button on and off.
That is your headlights and taillights. Yeah, you can see them go on down there.
Wow, that's bright.
And notice that they're biased. Yeah, absolutely. Even with these super bright broadcast lights that we have in the studio, but they're kind of down low, so you'll see all the terrain that's in front of you.
Wow, that's amazing. Right here?
That's your courtesy horn.
My favorite part.
Yeah, well,
that.
we call it courtesy horn.
Courtesy horn?
Yeah, so you're just being nice. It's, you know what, honestly, it's really great in tight spaces. Yeah.
Right here, this is our battery life.
That is your battery indicator. So when you charge it up, you're going to have 4 lights. That means you've got that full 9 miles of range to drive. As you drive through that 9 miles, those lights will dim down. You'll go from green down to yellow. When you get to red, time to charge up again.
Okay, and then right up top, this is where you're going to toggle a little bit to be able to use this red to go forward, black to go backwards on this. It's just a little bit of pressure, and that's it. It's really easy to use. I'd love to drive back over and remind everybody of their colors. So I am in that blue. That's that sapphire blue. Emily has that orange one.
Kind of like a copper
Jupiter
color.
gold is what we're calling it. And then right here, I'm calling that race car red, but it's red. So those are your 3 color options. Now, if you want to use this on any major credit card, it's available on an easy payment plan of $440. The way that works, any major credit card, you can break this up into an easy payment, and that's interest-free. And so maybe $440 a month, that's going to be in your bank account, in your budget, to be able to bring this home. Maybe it's not, and we understand that here. 18-month special financing if you have a Q card. If you don't have one, talk to your order operator about picking one up. But if you pay this off in full on your Q card in the next 18 months, we'll give you this scooter for $122 a month if you were to break that up evenly. Now, all you have to do is make that minimum payment. So maybe you're expecting a little bit of cash for like around tax time, or maybe you know that you get $500 for your birthday every year that you want to put towards this. Absolutely, you can then pay ahead on that, but just make that minimum payment every single month within 18 months. As long as it's in full, it paid off, there's no interest whatsoever. So it really makes it easy to be able to bring this home. And oh, by the way, we send this to you on day 1. So when you place your order today, 1-800-500-7590, everything is going to come directly to you, and you are going to be able to start using it. Now, we have the next 30 days for you to fall in love with this, to try it. Our return policy here is 30 days. Love it or return it. By the way, shipping and handling for free. So we're shipping this to you for free to be able to bring this home. But the big advantage to this versus other ones that I've presented is the fact that this will fold up on its own with just the touch of a button. Look Nobody's touching that.
Nobody's
This is like
touching
a magic
it.
trick.
It truly is remarkable engineering. And when you talk about something being high tech, yes, of course, it all has all the features you need. But high tech also means that it's made well enough that it's easy to use, that the manufacturer has engineered it in such a way that everything you see is easy. Now, this is all folded up, and it's important to know it's also locked into place. Now, this is about 51 pounds, okay?
Okay.
If I, at my age, I'm well into the age of possibilities, if I had to bend down here, all the way down here and pick this up, I would struggle to do that. But I want you to see the engineering. We have an easy lift handle. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it up to a standing position. I have not picked the scooter off the ground. All I did was tip it up. Notice the wheels that we put in the back? Those are to balance the scooter, and now I can do a lot of rolling it to my car, rolling it to the laundry room to tuck it away. I still haven't lifted it up. But when it's time to lift, I am lifting this from a standing position, which means I can do it myself. Here's the handlebar, and that's all I do to lift it up.
Wow.
Now I've got those 52 pounds, easier lift. I can throw it in the back of my car. I can throw it in my trunk. You don't need any special equipment to get it in your car. And P.S. and by the way, this is not a poor fashion choice on my leg.
Oh, no.
Yes. I have a problem with my calf that is recurring where I actually tear my calf. So I can feel the warning signs. It's not going well. I knew I had to get my brace out. Guess how I got into the building today?
Did you use this?
I used a different one, not one that's nice, not one with all this technology. I used an EV Rider. This is the only way. This is not something that I just come on QVC and I think is a good idea. This is something that I use in my life on a regular basis. I've used for maybe, I don't know, maybe close to a decade myself personally. I've been in those situations where my calf is just not going to make it. Without EV Rider, and this is my passion for this brand, I would not be able to do what I do.
Well, I will tell you from, and you know this, my grandma, she uses a mobility scooter in order to get around. And if it wasn't for that mobility scooter, there'd be a lot of things that she wasn't at. There would be a lot of things that she would miss. My grandma lives in a apartment community, and it's just her, all on her own. And this is the way that she gets around the apartment. We went to go see her the other day, and their activities director had all like a movie lined up, and they had a craft that she was doing. She goes to art class.
Oh,
and,
yay!
I mean, we can literally run down the list. She is very, very busy. Like we call her, and she tells us she doesn't have time for us much at this point anymore because how busy she is.
I feel like I want her number. I feel like she and I would be good. Like the crafting classes, we're like good.
Oh, she gets around, and it used to be that I remember back when she lived in a house. She lived in a house that was way too big for her. I mean, it was just her 3-bedroom house, and she was only ever in one room. And she would go out in the morning, and she would struggle getting to the car. And by the time she got into the car, she would have to rest and take a nap for an hour or so. And then she would drive out somewhere, and she would drive into the park, and she would take pictures because she's a photographer. She never left the car because she didn't have something like this to get around in. And it kind of became, we became aware of that, grandma's always in the car because she's using her car as her mobility scooter. And that just doesn't fully make sense because obviously that limits you. It means you can go to the drive-thru, it means you can park at the park, but she's not getting out. The only time she would get out was when she got at home. Enter the scooter.
Yeah.
And enter a mobility scooter that now allows for her to go everywhere. The home that she lives in now, she doesn't have a car. She sold that, and she lives in a place where there's stores nearby.
Yeah.
If you go into any one of those stores and you mention the name Narlene, they're going to say, Narlene? You're related to Narlene?
Yeah.
She's like the mayor of the town. Everybody knows her because she goes around here. New store opens up. She's the first person there in line. She goes grocery shopping on her own. She goes, and she's so independent because of a scooter. And it took a little bit to get there, but I'm going to tell you what. Now that she's there and now that she has it, she has her life back again. And maybe that's you, or maybe that's somebody that you love. And bringing it home today, and the reason why you shop here at QVC is because we are able to break those payments up into easy payments. This normally would be $3,008. how about we talk about a savings today of $800, and I want to make sure that I have this right, $808. This is $21.99.98. So we are giving this to you with an incredible savings. We're shipping it to you for free, and we're putting on an easy payment of $440 if you use your major credit card. If you use your Q card, and this is one of those items that you pick up a Q card just to bring this home. If you never use your Q card again, we hope that you do, but if you never use it again, it's worth it for this one purchase.